Hi everybody, in today's video we are going to discuss one of the important data types, dictionary. First we will try to understand what a dictionary is. Then we will create a dictionary in different ways. As the dictionary is mutable, we can perform a variety of operations on it like adding an element, modifying the element, even deleting the element. We all know dictionary is consist of keys and values. So there are lot of functions associated with it. That too we are gonna discuss. Then without further delay, let's get started. We know that dictionary is also one of the important data type. We enclose the elements in the curly brackets. The elements of the dictionary will be in the form of key value pair. These key value pairs will be separated by comma. Here is the important property of dictionary. It is mutable. It means we can change the content in place. In this key value pair, key will be unique but values can be duplicate. There are different ways to create dictionary. Empty dictionary can be created by writing empty curly brackets. If you want to assign elements, you will be writing in the form of key value pair. Along with that, you can use dict constructor to create dictionary from other sequence. When we create dictionary from other sequence, we make use of zip function. So make sure you are clear with it. Now let's try to understand how to access the individual element of the dictionary. In case of dictionary, we don't have index like string, list and tuple. Here we will be using key because key will be unique. So if you want to access the value for the corresponding key, you will be writing dictionary name followed by key name in the square bracket. In dictionary, we have two different things. One is key and the other one is value. That's why there are lot of functions to deal with keys and values. If you want to access all the keys, you will be using keys method, and to access all the values, you have values method. Here is a list of operations that we can perform on dictionary. As dictionary is mutable, we can add the element to it, we can update and modify, even we can delete the item from the dictionary. Along with that, we know we can traverse the dictionary. Let's take a small tour of all these operations. Here is the first operation, traversing a dictionary. For that we use for loop. When we traverse over the dictionary, we will be traversing based on key. Look at this example. For A in my class, A is nothing but key. But if you want to print the value of the corresponding key, then you will be writing the dictionary name followed by the key name in the square bracket. Here is the output. These are the values. We can add the element to the dictionary as it is mutable. For that we will be using simple assignment operator. Write the name of the dictionary along with the key name and assign the value to it. Ultimately, this key value pair will get added to the dictionary. Make sure the key already doesn't exist in the dictionary. Look at this example. We are adding this key value pair which is added at the last. If you want to update or modify the elements of the dictionary, that also we can do using assigning the value to that particular key. Here, key must exist in the dictionary. Look at this simple example. We want to modify the value for this key. Using assignment operator, we are providing the new value which got updated. We understood how to add the element in the dictionary, how to modify or update. Now let's check out how to delete the element. For that we can use del statement. We are familiar with del statement. We have already used it. But here we should note down the syntax. We need to write the dictionary name along with that key name. Then that particular key value pair will get deleted from the dictionary. Look at this example. We mentioned key 3. So this key value pair got deleted from the dictionary. If this key doesn't exist in the dictionary, you will be getting exception key error. The second option to delete an element from the dictionary is pop method. Pop method also we have discussed in case of list, but here the syntax is different. In case of dictionary, we must provide first parameter as key. If the specified key doesn't exist in the dictionary, we will be getting error. To avoid that, we can provide this value. This is an optional parameter. Look at the example. With pop, we have mentioned key 3, so that key value pair got deleted. If the specified key doesn't exist in the dictionary, we will be getting key error. To avoid this, we can provide the message or we can provide some value. Then that message or value will get printed instead of this exception. This is also one of the operations that checking the existence of the key. Before performing any other operation and getting error, we can check whether key exists in the dictionary or not. If yes, then we can perform the required operation. If not, accordingly we will be going ahead. For that we use in and not in membership operator. Alright, here are some of the functions and methods associated with dictionary. We are already familiar with this function len. It counts the number of elements. In case of dictionary also, it works in the same way. It will give the number of elements. Here are 2 elements. That's why we got 2. As we have used len function on all the data types, clear also we have used earlier. Clear method is associated with list too. The usage of clear method is same as when we apply it on list. Here also it will delete all the elements of the dictionary. The dictionary will be empty then. There are lot of methods associated with dictionary. Here is one, that is get method. Get method is used to get the value for the given key. Here is the syntax. We will be providing the key and we will get the corresponding value for that key. Look at the example. We provided key 2. We got the value for that. This is one of the important method we will be using in case of dictionary, because when we iterate over the dictionary, by default we iterate over key. But if you want to iterate over both key and value, then we will be using items method of the dictionary. It returns all the items but in the form of tuple. There is no parameter for this method. Look at the example. When we applied items method on the dictionary, we are getting key value pair in the form of tuple. To get all the keys of the dictionary, we have keys method. It also doesn't take any parameter. Look at the example. We got all the keys in the form of list. As we have keys method to get all the keys, we have values method to get all the values of the dictionary. The syntax is simple. Look at the example. We got all the values: milk, eggs and apples. This is also one of the important methods of the dictionary. We may get 1 mark question in the board paper based on it. Then let's try to understand what is the use of update method. It is used to merge 2 dictionaries. This will be new dictionary which will get merged with the original one. Look at the example. This is the first dictionary and here is the second dictionary. The second dictionary will get merged with the first if we write the syntax like this. We know that in case of dictionary, key cannot be duplicated. But in case if we have duplicate keys in both the dictionaries, then the value of the second dictionary will get updated on the value of the first dictionary for that duplicate key. Alright then, with this small tour on dictionary, let's wind up today's video. In the next video, we will be discussing questions based on it. Dictionary is very important data type. You will surely get theory questions as well as you will get program based on dictionary. So some more concept we will be discussing while solving the questions. Alright then, until next time, stay curious, stay healthy. I will see you in the next video.